Hello dummies. Welcome to the Pizzazzcast. This is your co-host, Hot Inga. Now, it's time to stand up and salute your host, the Nelson Mandela of Outlaw Wrestling, the legendary Johnny Pizzazz.
Let me tell you something, brother. No, that's not really how I'm starting. Anyway, you are now on, or listening to, the Pizzazzcast. We've certainly had some issues getting going, transferring from the terrestrial world into the internet world, because it coincided with transferring all the facilities, but I am here in the new Pizzazzland Studios. New studio, new bunker, new compound, new tripwires, new Jeeps, new everything. It's a utopia here. It's incredible. So, other than that, things are going to stay the same, though. I mean, we got the same crew. The crew's all here. You already heard Hot Inga, co-host. That was obviously the main question all the guys wanted to know. And yes, she will be here. And yes, she is wearing a tank top. Engineers here. Ugly Inga, how are you? And of course, as always, Bug's here. Bug, you want to say hi? Bug, do you want to say hi? No? All right. Bug doesn't want to say hi. That's fine. Strong silent type. So, what do we got today? I'm going to give you the rundown sheet. It says artisanal dash quiche. Then it says Chili's, food truck revolution, commercial 1957, and then weight loss. All right, so that's the whole show. Reason why it says artisanal quiche is a good man, legend in the outlaw wrestling world out there on the West Coast, brewer, raconteur, lover of plants of all kinds. Quiche brought up the word artisanal and how he's sick of hearing about it in craft beers. The original quiche, that is. And got me thinking about how sick of I am of artisanal. See, I'm sick of, I'm not a foodie. It's not even just that I'm a foodie. I, have no taste buds. I mean, I spent 10 years as Johnny Dragon breathing fire, so I literally have no taste buds. And that's why I Sharpie in my eyebrows, right? So, I've never been a foodie. I guess I kind of like bland stuff. I don't know. So I go to Chili's, because that's the kind of place Johnny Pizzazz goes to, right? And first of all, they're going through renovations. They have a whole sign outside saying, when your peppers are this hot, you got to cool off. I can't even remember it, but anyway, it's didn't even make sense. But so they're renovating, and no more of the old pictures, like the whole you're sitting in the garage thing that got to be so popular that they kind of started, and which also means, though, I can't sit there looking at 1987 Miss Pepper and trying to decide, is that still hot today, or is the hair sometimes you look at the 80s, and that's the one decade where it's like you could have been smoking and still, you look back and it's like they look like they're painted makeup and then mall hair, and it's the one decade that doesn't translate to me. Anyway, I'm in Chili's. Things are looking different now. They're just having it's more modern, all that crap. I'm not there for that. Are any of us there for? Because the whole thing of that, it made it look more like the best way to put it is an artisanal type of place. That type of look about it, or at least the Chili's version of that type of look. And that's not why I'm there. That's not why we go there. you go to Chili's because you're not looking to think. You just like want the burger with those little onion strings on it. You know, some of those like the fries with a little bit of pepper on them. They're pretty good. You know, unlimited tea. Then then you're like, oh, I really shouldn't, but I guess I'll have that that chocolate dessert they got, that freaking the thing with like the magic shell, the old school magic shell chocolate over the top. I don't know what it's called, chocolate lava, chocolate avalanche, something like that. Some kind of natural disaster, but if you died that way, it'd be like the most ridiculous Willy Wonka death ever. But it's cool if it's on a plate. It's ridiculously good. Although also kind of prefabbed. So it's kind of the opposite of artisanal and yet beautiful. And I'm getting tired of the fact that people like me who want crap are now getting all kinds. Like Chili's, I got a chicken sandwich. They changed the buns. And the buns are now not as good. You don't need to change your buns, Chili's. You're doing fine. There's a Chili's every block. Anyway, like the other day, I'm sitting there watching I was reading. That's what it was. I was reading, and they're talking about, I live in Austin, Texas, or even closer in Anderson Mill Homes. Yeah, that's where I'm from. And there's a thing in a local rag about how Austin is on the forefront of the food truck revolution. They seriously said the food truck revolution. Because like the Bastille is a revolution. Paella in a cup, that's like a fad. Okay? Can we not say those things, first of all? Second of all, I am one of the few people who's not a big food truck guy. They kind of annoy me, honestly, because they're freaking everywhere. I mean, first of all, 3 years ago, everybody decided that you had to have a cupcake food truck every 2 miles. And I love cupcakes, but I got to the point where I wasn't wanting cupcakes. That's what you people have done to me. You've ruined cupcakes with your revolution. All right? Paella in a cup, chicken in a cone. Just give it a rest, all right? Just give me a freaking hot dog or something, all right? You're not that fancy. And it's a truck. There's no thing telling me they're grade from the health inspector. Like literally, they could literally lead the health inspector on a high-speed chase. It's like I have no idea what's going on in there. I know it's hipsters and it's hippies. Do you think hippies are real clean? Actually, hipsters are fairly clean now that I say that. But they're probably getting beard hairs all up in my stuff. You'd think. Plus, I'm like I said, this is Austin, Texas. It's 100 degrees. It's 100 degrees. You drive by, like for instance, we on our South Congress Avenue, which is one of those places that used to be really cool, and now it's where the cool people live. And they started a food truck thing there years and years and years ago. Well, now there's one there. There's one in South Lamar. There's ones, they're everywhere. There's hundreds and hundreds of these things. And you drive by, it's 103 degrees out, and there's a freaking line of people outside this trailer waiting to get a burrito. In 100, like, what burrito's worth a heat stroke, They should literally have like no stroking or stroking sections. It's ridiculous. And I can't do it either, because I even thought, like, I've gone to them, I've eaten to them, but in the summer, it's just, I don't understand. Like, if your butt is sweating before you eat a food truck burrito, you're gonna have a bad day. I just know that. You're just somehow going to have a bad day. Sorry, I got a little. This went a little longer than I intended. All right. I'll let it go. I'll just say 5 years from now, meth labs are going to be really cheap. That's my only point here. This is no revolution. This is a fad. In reality, it's fine, but it's just, can I hear about something else once in a while? That's all I'm asking. All right, let's go to commercial, and then I'll do the other part.
You're listening to WBLM, Rocky Mount, North Carolina.
Hello, friends. This is All-American Johnny Pizzazz, and I'm excited to tell you about a new product I think you're going to love. In my business of grunting and groaning, you have to keep yourself in shape. That's why I've switched to new filtered Camel Lights. The new filter keeps out all the bad stuff, leaving you only with smooth tobacco flavor. Delicious. So go on down to the white section of your local grocer and ask for new filtered Camel Lights. Tell them Johnny sent you. You'll be glad you did. Okay, well that's, I didn't even, I probably should have introduced it before I went to it, but that was a commercial from 1957. I was working for Jim Crockett Sr. at the time. God, that thing ran forever. All right, so we are back. Pizzazzcast, the gang's all here. Thank you for sticking with us. This is what I'm going to do. I'm making a pledge. It's a weight loss pledge. December 18th, 20th, something like that, before Christmas, like a week before. I was so fat. Oh my God. I porked up last year, and then I porked up more this year, right? And I don't need to be porking up. So I go and I decided, well, starting the year, I'm going to do like everybody else, lose a bunch of weight. So around that time, 18th or 20th or whatever, I pulled out the scale and I broke it. I didn't really legitimately break the scale. The scale still works, but scales are accurate up to 300 pounds. And this one told me I was 302. I'd crossed over 302 pounds. Now, again, it's not accurate over 300, so it's probably more like 301. But I was like, oh, shit. Because I did that once before. I actually got up to 315 pounds back in the day when I was married. And I would just stuff pizzas into my grill to get to the next day. Is that a little bitter? And I vowed never crossing that line again. I'm not going to get close. Well, here we are, right? So I decided, all right, I can't wait till the first. I started being smarter. And I'm actually the guy, like, women just hate me. Women hate how men can lose weight, but I'm the worst. Because here's what I do to lose weight. I cut out Cokes. Cut out desserts. And by the way, on desserts, I just want to point out, no, you can't share, right? Because I get the whole dessert. Enough of that crap. Every time you get a fucking dessert. Anyway. See, I don't share food, though. That's my thing. I'm weird. My whole life, I can't share food with people. It's like, it grosses me out. And it always has. And I'm like, you'd be amazed at how much people make fun of you for that. And take a giant bite out of something and then put it under your nose. You want a bite? You want a bite? That kind of crap my whole life. And, but I don't care. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. I mean, literally like a woman I'm dating. I mean, I'll kiss her. Hell, I'll kiss the sweat off of her. Anyway, point is, someone whose germs obviously don't bother me, but I can't share food. I'm not sure why I went off on that tangent other than I just love talking about food so much. Oh, I'm so hungry all the time. Anyway, so I was like, I got to stop. So the way I do it is I cut out the Cokes. I cut out the desserts. I cut out the buffets. I cut out having like pizza delivered. That's it. That's all I do. I throw in some salads to mix things up a little more. But that's all I have to do, and we're talking like 5 pounds a week. So I didn't do that great over Christmas, obviously, because people shove food down your face. But I'm down 18 pounds. And I'm saying this publicly so that I cannot crawfish, so that I'll feel like a jackass if I do. So my pledge is, this is the last time. This time I'm going to get back to where I need to. Like I said, I'm 284, 18 pounds less. That was this morning. And I will, God, I got to lose another 20 before I'm back to comfortable. I mean, because that's what I did last year. I gained 40 pounds. And so I'll get back to that. Then, that's still not flat tummy. That's still, I can do a lot after that. So, it's time. I'm going to die if I don't. So, once you hit 40, it ain't a matter of trying to look. I don't give a shit how I look. I'm just, not wanting to have the big one, Elizabeth. So, pledge, weight loss. That's all. That's the show. Take care. I can't think of an ending. I think maybe I could do like an ending and have like the big last flourish and bow, 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 bow. Nah, it's probably not very good. Bye.